Hey, welcome back to Two Wheeling. I'm John.
I'm Wayne.
And here at Two Wheeling, we're all about motorcycles and the motorcycle industry. And
It's a season.
Wayne, it's
Tis the season.
I'm actually been quite depressed because we live in Vancouver, Canada, Pacific Northwest. We're going on to 5 months here. We've done 5 months of like cold.
We've had snowfall for 6 months.
This is April. And I'm still wearing a jacket.
Yeah. There's been snow in in each month in the last 6 months.
Yeah. So we have
unusual.
So we have, but the shops are getting geared up. It is, the weather's going to change. Other parts of the country, you guys down south, ride. You guys get to ride all year round, which is
California.
amazing.
California.
But for us,
cold, snow.
We just wanted to talk a little bit about getting your bike ready for the riding season. So if your bike's coming out of storage, it's been sitting for the last 4 months, like us.
Storage. Do you know how many times
Storage.
Do you know how many times I've heard I put my battery on my bike on I wired it up to the house,
wired it up to the house? But to run your power?
Yeah.
You're trying to save. Well, we have a carbon tax, and our wonderful Prime Minister Justin Trudeau just increased the carbon tax again.
Yeah.
So
it's actually hooked up. Your motorcycle tender or charger is actually hooked up to your stationary bike in the bathroom.
That's right.
And you go up there and say, I'm just going to charge up the battery there, and I'll be right back. And you go upstairs and, because, you're trying to save the planet, right?
When Canada makes 1.6.
No, but how many times have you
Get your bike ready.
How many times have you heard somebody say, hey, I got out to the garage and it smelled a little funny. Didn't know where that was coming from. Where's the smoke coming from? Yeah, so I don't know. I have never put a battery or a motorcycle. I've never plugged them in. I've never plugged a battery in. I just keep running my bike all winter. I just look outside, and if I can ride for half an hour, I take the bike out. I just keep taking the bike out. I don't shut it off. I fresh gas all the time. Yeah.
But if you live in northern BC, Edmonton,
certain climates,
Alberta, there's lots of climates here in Canada. You ain't going out.
No.
Especially depending on what kind of bike you've got.
Exactly. So when you take the bike out,
if you're sitting on a ZX10 or
when you get the bike ready,
R1,
when you get the bike ready for the season.
So is that what we're going to talk about?
Well,
getting the bike. So what should people think about getting the bike ready to ride?
Well, I think you got to get ready.
I am ready.
I think the first thing is
mental.
Is up here.
Actually, very good point.
Yeah, I think before you jump on the bike and tear up the road, I think you got to think about. First of all, let's start out slow.
Right.
Let's say to ourselves, look, I haven't been riding in a while. Let's start out nice and slow. Right. Tires are cold. Tires are, they might have a couple of years
on them. Brain is cold. Muscles are cold.
Brain's really cold. Yeah. Great. Everything. So it's going to be cooler temperature. So that's going to have an effect because it's in the beginning of the season. You haven't been riding for a while. Maybe the bike needs a few things. Maybe you're thinking about tires, brakes. Maybe you're thinking even about suspension, oil or springs, but your bike's not up to where it should be, and in your mind, and you're not ready either. So the best thing to do is let's start out really slow, right?
Well, yeah, and I can contest to that because not on a street bike or a dirt bike, but on my mountain bike last season, first ride of the season, up I go, climbing some elevation, hitting the trail, and then there was a new stunt built on it at the fall of last year. So I walk it, look at it, and my brain says, yeah, no problem. I can do this 15-foot gapper jump, drop it into a big wood berm. And then so I back up the trail I go, hiking with my bike, and down I come, and next thing I know, I'm in the ER. Getting attended to by the professionals. Thank you so much. DC nurses.
They wheel you in. And it's like
actually, I got myself there.
It's like Norm coming in from Cheers.
Yeah.
They wheel you in, and everybody goes, John.
Yeah, just about. I've had my fair share of stitches there.
Yeah.
I've spent my fair share of time
Yeah,
there.
local small hospital.
So
Yeah.
after mental preparation,
Yeah, I mean,
moving on to the bike. So,
well, hold on a sec.
What?
Don't just shuffle over to the equipment here.
I'm not.
Not only do you need to get yourself ready, put yourself in check. What about the gloves and the helmet and the
Well,
boots?
hopefully
and
you
the
have those from
jacket and
last year.
Well, yeah, but maybe you gained a few pounds or something.
Well, you should be riding a mountain bike to keep the weight off.
Maybe the jacket, maybe the zipper just doesn't quite fit, so you got to put on.
Well, that has nothing to do
something
with
else on.
getting your bike ready for the
Well,
riding season.
be in the right gear because you're going to start off. It's cold out there, and maybe you're not wearing the right.
So after you move on from mental prep,
gear,
you move on to personal prep.
Yes, personal prep and personal hygiene.
So yeah, that's why.
Right.
Yeah. So
You know
brush
what I-
your teeth, comb
Brush
your hair,
your teeth,
comb your hair.
trim your eyebrows.
That's right, because you don't want them flapping in your eyes when you're doing 200. Yeah.
Exactly.
So now we've got mental prep,
Yep.
personal prep.
Personal. Yeah.
Now we move on to bike prep.
Yeah, sure. Now we have, what the first thing we do? Check
I
the
think
tire.
that's
Check the tire pressure. How
sure.
about that?
Well,
Start with
maybe we should even check if the tires are good.
Yeah,
How's the tread?
Yeah, pressure first. Tires are good. I mean, okay, perfect.
And where do you keep your bike?
I will throw this in.
Where's the storage?
Don't worry about that right now. I'm moving on to this.
Okay.
Okay. So last year, I couldn't get a hide now, right? I couldn't get a Scout for the KLR.
The back tire.
So I put a Mitas on. But it was at the end of the year, and I thought, what the heck, I'll just throw that on there, right? And so, I've been riding through the winter time.
Right.
I'm just like getting, used to the tire a little bit, and I can feel that rolling resistance is quite not the same, and lane transitions not quite the same. And that highway, especially that highway speed. So what did I do? Well, 2 weeks ago, I took the Mitas off, even though it had only 900 kilometers on it. And I liked the tire, but I put the hide now back on. And I'm going to scrub that in, and that's what I prefer. Right? So even though I had a good tire getting ready for this season, I put the tire that I want, the tire that I prefer, and the tire that's much better for me, tire that's better on the highway, and just balance, just overall. I think, especially that bike with the KLR, it seems to really like the match, the hide now in the front and hide now in the back.
So people sitting in their home garages or in their parking stalls. In Vancouver, we have a lot of high rises, so there's a lot of people being forced into sort of condo parking. So you're checking your tires, tire pressure.
Tire pressures.
If you don't like your back tire, change it.
Change it. Well, yeah, I mean...
so what else?
Well,
obviously, you're going to be checking your oil. When did you change your oil last? Did you change it before you
oil...
prepped it for the season?
Yeah, oil, filter, fuel. So fluids now, right?
So did you change your oil? Did you put a prep in for your fuels before? We should have talked about prepping your bike for storage. I don't think we ever talked about that.
Well, okay, but if we talk about prepping the bike for storage, then we have to go through...
Then we wouldn't have this talk.
Well, but okay. Where, heated, not heated, covered, not... I mean, there's so many variables.
Yeah.
So let's not get into what happened for the last 6 months.
So what I'm actually curious about is going back to storage, where you're storing your bikes.
Yes, terrible. Hideous.
As
theft.
Again,
damage.
Here in Vancouver, where are people storing their bikes? How many people do not buy a bike because they have nowhere to store it?
That's right. I think
is there a need for storage out there for bikes?
We have in Vancouver so many condos now, so many towers, so many people are moving to smaller, more confined spaces where these
got one parking stall.
Yeah, or sometimes no parking stall.
Yeah, so it's
so my decision, your decision, where you're going to keep your bike, where is it going to be stored, access to that, and whether or not there have been problems with vandalism and theft and security, access. All these things are huge factors. Where am I going? How often am I going to be riding?
So people that live out in rural areas that maybe have a big garage and stuff. You've got the cat's meow there because you've got space to do that. In urban centers, that's not so much the case anymore.
Yeah.
Mental. prep. Personal hygiene prep.
Yes. Yes.
Then we start on the bike, tire,
Maybe-
pressure, oil.
Hold on.
Well-
I got an idea.
Yes.
A motorcycle psychologist.
Yes.
Yes. Maybe you should sit down.
I should see
with
one?
a therapist first
I thought-
before you ride.
I thought that's what you were. I thought you were my therapist.
No, my rates are too high.
You just tell me it's not raining, so you should be riding.
Yes. We have a new service here at Two Wheeling with motorcycle therapy.
Yeah, that's right.
Bring your aroma candles.
We will do it by Zoom.
Yes. Yes, we will. All over the world.
Forks. Should people play around with their forks, their suspension?
No. Don't even think about playing around with the forks.
Take it into your shop.
I think a really good idea for most of us out there, if we have any issues at all with suspension,
Yeah.
let's get the bike in. Okay, let's get somebody that knows how to adjust for sag, knows how to adjust for suspension. Maybe the bike's been a few years old now, and maybe it's springtime.
It's time for some new fork
It's
oil.
springtime, and all of a sudden you're sitting on the bike, and it's not the same as it was. It doesn't feel the same like last.
Or you
last
don't.
fall.
Or actually, the thing is, you don't know. You
don't know.
You don't realize that it's
Yeah.
been compromised. That your fork oil is worn out.
Right.
The viscosity's broken down.
Yeah, and from I think most of us out there, let's have someone look at you on the bike that knows how to tune suspension, knows exactly the kind of riding you're doing, the machine that you're on.
But just check your. I think the other thing is check your cables. Just for people just want to do a quick visual. They're excited. It's the first nice for us.
Yep.
It's the first dry,
Yeah.
sunny day. You want to jump out on the bike and go. Yeah, you know what? It's just you think about other equipment that you do a walk around. Do a full walk around. Make sure all your cables are good. Everything is.
Yeah, you've got to spend some time. You have to spend some time getting mentally prepared, getting your gear together, and then get to the bike. Take your time, go over the bike.
Motorcycles are not as forgiving as a car or
That's right.
other vehicles. So when you're out there for the first ride,
and also
be careful.
Also, I think autos.
Autos.
Car drivers, automobiles out there, springtime, especially the commuting hours, right? My advice would be don't start commuting on the bike until you've got a few miles. So let's say I haven't ridden the bike for 6 months and I say, you know what, I think I'm going to take it to work this morning. I think
Do some casual rides.
Yeah, let's put some miles on the bike. Okay, before we jump on.
Get some hours.
Yeah, before we
Get some
start.
hours in the seats.
Yeah, let's not start commuting.
Make sure everything's good.
Because commuting is totally different riding than weekends, maybe some warmer nights, etc.
So I'm thinking as I look at the bike, brakes, you want to make sure when's the last time, people should be keeping actually service logs as well. Just go on to Amazon and you can just search maintenance logs, motorcycle maintenance logs and things like that. Just
checklist.
Because when's the last time you changed your brake pads? When's the last time this was changed? Like just being aware of when that was last done.
Yeah, yeah. You can have like a pre-trip like checklist if you want, and just go through all the boxes.
Now, of course, there's going to be those people out there that I don't know if you saw the Kid Rock video where he doesn't like Bud Light anymore, beer. You haven't been caught up into that? Okay, never mind. But
what does that have to do with getting your bike ready for the?
Because there's people that just at the end of the day, it's sunny, it's not raining. They're just going to shove the key in the ignition and go.
Okay. Well, there's some truth to that.
So if you're one of them,
liquor stores closed.
I hope you have a great ride.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Until next time.
Yes. And start out slow.
Start out slow.
Yes.
Until next time.
Yeah, don't be in a hurry.
Let us know. I'm sure we missed a lot of things that we should be talking about as well. But if you're not sure, take it to a shop.
You get the idea.
Even though I build my own mountain bikes, I still every once in a while take it into a shop and have someone. I have a second set of eyes look at it.
Sure. Nothing wrong with that.
It costs me a few bucks.
Nothing wrong with that.
Never hurts.
That's
Anyhow,
right. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.
Thank you. And
what?
Push.
Oh, subscribe.
Like.
Nice.
Hey, nice.
Bye for now.
Take care. or charger is actually hooked up to your stationary bike in the bathroom.
That's right.
And you go up there and say, I'm just going to charge up the battery there, hon. I'll be right back.